So my name is Bishop Walker. I'm 42 years old. I'm a software engineer. Gosh, I pushed on my face. I'm a software engineer. So I'm a full stack developer, React, Java, I guess Java Spring Boot in the back end, React and JavaScript on the front end. All I did was a software boot camp for 13 weeks. I did some, work by yourself, but no, that's the only formal training that I had. Prior to that, I actually worked at a car wash. So, and I'm 3 years into the industry. When I just got out of coding boot camp, I was on LinkedIn trying to network with people, and I was looking for just kind of trying to meet people, in the software industry. And Marcia, I don't ever pronounce his name right, but he let me know about this program that he had, Algo Academy, or I don't know how to pronounce it right, but it's just this kind of software training thing that he built. And I used it, and I probably used it for maybe 3 or 4 weeks, and I just found it gave me just a more solid understanding for interviews. So, just anytime you have a coding issue, right, just to be able to walk through the program, walk through the process of doing it, and how do you think through a problem? That's kind of what it helped me with the most. And so that's how I met him, and that's kind of how I got affiliated. First of all, this dude lives in another country, right? But he took time out to help me with a couple of issues that I was having just throughout the application process. So I know as I was trying to, you get those software training assessments, whenever you apply for jobs, and I was able to reach out to him. He would, just help me walk through the programs, help me walk through the process, and help me understand. And so, ordinarily, I'm not going to take the time out of the day to help some dude out in another country that I don't know. But this dude took the time out to help me, and so I can honestly say that I'm here, in my new house, taking care of my family because this dude helped me out. So this was about 3 years ago. So I want to say the summer of 2020 was when I met him and when he helped me out the most. We've been in contact kind of throughout the whole process. I had a couple side projects that I brought up to him, but no, he's been available to me whenever I need it, just to take the problem one step at a time, right? Like you need to look at the problem whole, like through a macro lens, right? Like look at the entire process and then break it down into as small steps as possible. And so, that's really like what he focuses on, right? Like how to take a big problem and break it into a bunch of smaller problems, which he's actually like a master at. And so that was what I got most from him. It really just understanding how to process things. Like when I started, I wasn't able, like a for loop, right? And right now I can visualize a for loop in my head. I can visualize the breaks. I can understand like what's happening through each step, and I can see it in my head. Which before was just like an abstract thing that's occurring, right? Like this is how you loop through an array. But to be actually to take that process and internalize it, to visualize it, to see it, to be able to stop with permutations, or to understand how to reverse it, or just to understand how to interact with each object inside of this array, which is really the biggest thing. So really just, because in my opinion, right, like understanding how to process objects and go through objects is going to be the most of your work. And to be able to get a grasp of that, which has really enabled me to move forward. Outside of just the feeling when you complete one of the problems, and you get a correct answer, and you go back through the video and you see that I guess my favorite thing was when you get to the point where you solve a problem and you solve it differently than how he's told you to solve it, right? Because you've worked through it so many times and now you're able to think on your own and come up with a solution. And I think that was probably the most satisfaction that I got. So I got hired in December 2020. So our start date was like December 21st. And I got hired through a temp agency. So initially they hired me as like a temp to hire. After 6 months, they liked my work and hired me full time. And now I'm going on my third raise right now here. And I've been with my company going on 3 years now. So I work for the U.S. government, which is why I just keep saying company instead of. Right now, I just got back fishing. I just get off the water. I live on a waterfront property. I was staying in my parents' house, right? Like I was at the time, and I'm 42, right? So I got a brand new career, and I went from sales and service to technical, to a technical career that is able to support my family. So you're looking at my inside office right now. I'm enjoying that dream. And so that's what was made possible through this. I mean, everything it changed. I mean, my life is you know what I mean? It's calm, right? Like it's stable, it's consistent, and I think that's what I mean. Especially like if you're in a sales job, right? Like you got to make a sale, and you got that stress. If you don't make a sale, you're not getting paid. I'm on salary, right? Like I know I'm getting paid. I'm comfortable. I'm good. I mean, obviously, everybody wants to make more money, and I'm in a career where every year I get a raise. Every day I'm learning something new. It's it's a constant and self improvement, right? Like I'm always learning, I'm always engaging versus just sitting there just with a monotone, just doing the same thing every single day, like that drudgery of life. Like I get up in the morning and you know what, like, what challenge do I have today? Or maybe I don't got nothing to do today and I just go fishing all day. Like I get that freedom and that's kind of just got back from fishing. It's Friday at 11:30 in my time. So I mean I garden, yeah, I fish, I garden, I try to learn consciousness. I do a lot of meditation, kind of I like my psychedelics when possible. You know, I'm a medical connoisseur, so I enjoy my medical NMJ when possible. I like to relax. I like to enjoy life. I chill, man. I chill. I get the dreadlocks. I chill. Right now, I'm doing a lot of side projects working with the real estate agency where I'm building a website, the front end for them. Just getting it set up where people can uh, access their website and doing a little SEO optimization, doing a little networking. I got certified in Amazon, the basic level, where it's a certified practitioner. So I kind of want to get my certified developer here in the near future. So my goal is just to continue learning, man, and continue progressing, and just really, just doing what I love, right? And I think that's the key. Like that's what this gave me. That taking a little time to pay for this little course enabled me to be able to have this freedom to do what I love, right? Like I'm sitting here, my biggest stress is when can I get off to roll up a blunt, right? Like that's my worry right now, and so that's that blessing that I got, and so that's pretty cool.